I get a little shitty sometimes because I have like 10 things go wrong in one day. Then I come in here to get it all mellowed out. I had one roll, and my girl Brenda brought me a couple and rolled them, and I had fucking 5 lighters I keep setting in the bathroom in a spot. In case I run out of one, I got another one with part fluid in it. I went through 5 of them trying to light that fucker, and I couldn't get one of them to work. And that was probably the last straw of my evening, and I fucking snapped. You know what I'm saying? Those girls found 6 lighters on the floor in here. The housekeeper girls, Juanita and Kaylee, they found 5 or 6 lighters on the floor in here. None of them fucking worked. Can you imagine after running into the door jam 10 times that day and nothing really going the way you planned it during the day, like you sat down and planned it. Then you sit down and have 5 fucking lighters that are in your cupboard not work. Then there's no more lighters. So by then, I was at the end of my fucking road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No lighter, no way for me to calm down. Everything going haywire here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, while I was burning that brush pile, it wasn't like I was just standing around. I was moving them trash bags.
What did I say about that? I bitch about that.
I was moving them trash bags and them doors out of that pile. There's only two of them I didn't get to.
I was probably bitching about everything. Mostly what I'm bitching about when you hear me bitch will be I can't get out of this fucking house. Just remember that's what I'm really saying inside. And I can't go ride a bike like I used to. And I can't go get in a truck and run over Sam's and have a cheeseburger and a beer like I used to. And I just can't used to do what I used to do. And then I get good fucking mad over nothing. I got to try to understand that's where I'm at. Brenda's done a lot to help me in the last couple of years with everything, trying to get me dialed in.
Oh, yeah.
He knows how I feel.
And that kid that was here, he was my ride home because my dad wasn't coming to get me.
I bitch about him being out there too,
yeah.
with you or something.
Yeah.
What did I say to your dad? I think you're just out there fucking partying around the back of the house, not doing nothing. I don't know. You know what I mean? By then, I really don't know what I said. I'm diabetic, so I get irritable. They said all my symptoms at the doctor's office. I started noticing, shit, I've had them for 30 years. Maybe I've been diabetic for 30 years and didn't know it, and that's why my eyes are fucked up. See, the doctor even said that. You could have been diabetic for years until you started having your back pain, and they took a blood sample on you. They didn't know. See, my dad was a doctor 43 years. He didn't know I was diabetic. He didn't have a clue. I didn't have all the symptoms like a diabetic has. I think the only symptom I had was I could drink a lot of liquid. The rest of them, somebody that's diabetic, they can sit down and drink a gallon of water in an hour and a half, no problem. And I can sit down and drink a gallon and a half or 2 gallons of beer in an hour and a half without any problems. I know that. I could outdrink anybody in that fucking doghouse out there. I did before many a night. And I drank not last year, the year before the dog's party, I haven't had drank in 3 months. I sat with Josie Friedel out there, and I drank with Josie, and I drank with Doc Bigman from 8 o'clock at night till 7 in the morning. I had a beer or 2 every hour, I'm sure I did, to try, to keep up with them guys. But I was there till 7 in the morning with beer. And I counted my cups. There was like 15 or 18 cups. So that's how many I had within, what would it have been? 10 hours probably, 10-hour time period. So I almost had 2 beers every hour. And those were them big, cups. They weren't them little Dixie cups they give all the regular partiers. That was the big cups the dog guys drank out of. Everybody had a dog patch on their back. So I was there till sunup. I saw a bunch of them out laying in the field, under their bikes, cozied up, and they had their jacket rolled up for a pillow, and shit like that everywhere. I could barely goes, look out, you're going to trip over somebody else. I laughed. I go, cool. I go, we out partying all them fuckers, didn't we, Josie? She goes, oh, yeah. So, I don't know. That's probably because I drink a lot of liquid because I'm diabetic. But I don't think I really felt drunk. I think it's because I'm born again. You should have met me before I was a born again Christian. You wouldn't even have wanted to come in this house. You would have been terrified. I was horrible. I was some kind of fucking monster. But when you get up in the morning and the next thing you do after you tie your boots on and you put your jacket on, you stick a gun in your fucking holster and you're not a cop, you're not living right, Jeff. You're living wrong. That's where I was at. Every day. Oh, yeah, and I didn't do it out of fear. I didn't carry a gun out of being afraid of anybody. I carried it because that was what I did. I was sergeant arms in a club for a while, and I learned the hard way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You carry a pistol around, you use it or you lose it. Well, fuck, I was ate up. I was hell bent for prison. At one time, I was looking at 27 years in Indiana for all the shit I pulled. So that's a serious fucking situation. I stood up there 2 years in county waiting for sentencing, and I was looking at 27 years. So I went from a long ways from being Captain Asshole to being just, under control now. You know what I mean? I'm open to become a better man for Jesus Christ than I used to be.
All right, so what do you want to do about that car then? Because
you can still work here.
I mean, I could sell it back to you because
still work here. You can still work here, and you can take as long as you need to take care of that car. I don't want to even think about rebuilding that car anymore because I know what kind of trouble I got into with it.
You sure?
That's just a lot of trouble I could be asking for again. I had 2 other people tell me that since you've got the car. I've had 2 people tell me they're very glad that I got rid of that damn thing because they knew if I ever put an engine in it again and painted it, I'd be right back in trouble again. They knew it. They told me that. There's something about that thing. It makes you want to drive fast. And the cops around here don't like it when I drive fast. They get really mad. They have a bad attitude toward me anyways. Because I've been in some bad struggles and conflicts with those cops. They don't really care for me. No, I don't need any part of that. We're fine there. I don't want it back. I know what I'd be doing with it.
All right.
I'd be in trouble. And Brenda's even trying to talk me out of going to that car auction and looking at them at all or anything later. She says, well, I said, I might want to get one that's all stock later with air conditioning and just to have it so we can go riding around once in a while like when I was in school. She goes, I don't even want to go there. She goes, if you get your vision back, they told me the stories about you driving, how you'd have 7 or 8 cop cars behind you somewhere trying to catch you, and a bunch of them were flipping over and running into shit, and next thing you knew, you had attempted murder on police officer warrants for your arrest, and it was true. You can get online and look me up. I got a fucking record for driving and disorderly with police and all that shit and domestic or whatever, probably fucking as long as my leg. You know what I mean? I don't want to go there again.
All right, so
I don't need all that. But I'm just, sometimes I get a little fucking pissy. I'm trapped here. I'm not able to go blow off any steam. You have a day, what do? You can get out of the house and go with your friends and go blow off a little steam. I have a day, I'm here. I don't have anywhere to go.
All right, so this calling my house and cussing out the answer machine ain't gonna happen again.
I don't see it happening anymore.
All right, because my mom really wasn't too happy
Tell
with
her
that.
I'm sorry about that.
All right.
I've been having real bad shit happen to me, and I can't explain it, but I shouldn't blame it on you.
All right.
That. You know what I mean? But
yep.
If we get a routine down on what you're gonna do, when you're gonna do it, that'll be real good.
All right.
And I know what's going on.
Once I get a vehicle, we'll get that routine down because
Okay.
I really ain't got a way getting out
Do you
here right now.
have any time when you might be getting a vehicle? Like, you got a clue, or can you have your dad bring you down on the weekends and?
No, it should be tough sometime soon because I start up another job Wednesday.
Okay.
So
I got a sprayer somewhere, either in the garage or somewhere in this house. I want to put some Roundup in it and have you hit that whole driveway, from the front of the driveway all the way to the back, pull all the weeds out of it, and I'll knock off a big, piece of the pie that day for doing that.
all right.
I'll knock off $100 bill for doing the driveway.
All right.
Bad.
Sounds good.
That ain't bad. If we get that pile down before Memorial Weekend, to almost where everything's burned, I'm gonna have one of those small dumpsters brought in. We can throw all the junk in there, like whatever's junk,